It's sad that a kid has to be brave just to be themselves.
In the US alone, more than 150,000 of 13 to 17-year-olds identify as transgender. Statistics show that a shocking number of gender-nonconforming kids fall victim to discrimination and cruelty. The scary part? It often starts with those closest to them.
My mom has said a lot of hurtful things to me. Her and I argue every single day.
Many parents don't understand or accept their different kids. Some think it's just a period that will pass.
My husband does not support Joe's transition. He feels it's a phase.
Others want to support their kids and teens, but they just don't know how. Few moms and dads get scrutinized as much as celeb parents. Each public appearance becomes a hot topic for the paparazzi and tabloids. Even today, these parents still come under fire, just for their choice to support their kids no matter what. Like Angelina Jolie and her former husband, Brad Pitt, with their eldest biological daughter, Shiloh. One day, when Shiloh was just 2 years old, she told her mom and dad she'd rather be called John. Before we continue, going forward in this video, we'll refer to her as Shiloh. You'll soon see why. The downside of having a celebrity parent meant the young child's every outfit was scrutinized. Although the whole family supported Shiloh's wishes and fully embraced her decision to self-identify, the press just couldn't stop hounding Angelina about her daughter's masculine style. The supportive parents were suddenly accused of turning Shiloh into a boy, even of raising their kids to be gender confused. These critics cited so-called experts like Glenn Stanton, who preaches that little girls need guidance and kids should be taught gender distinction. Even worse, untrue rumors about Shiloh undergoing hormone replacement therapy started doing the rounds. When has targeting children's lives become appropriate? Most importantly, considering Angelina herself was never over-concerned about Shiloh's fashion choices, why should something personal matter so much to the rest of the world? In the past, the focus on their family became so intrusive, it's unthinkable.
Because they're so invasive, they can be very...
And before the twins were born, you were literally hunted like a dog.
Jolie had to defend her and Brad's choice to support their kid countless times. The actress explained that just like some kids wear capes and want to be Superman, their child loves wearing her hair short and enjoys being like her brothers. Being dedicated parents, Brad and Angelina even got confirmation from a clinical psychologist who assured them Shiloh's behavior was nothing to worry about. To explore what it means to be both genders is totally normal, but the problem is we have suppressed it for so many generations that people are still uncomfortable with it. On the other end of the spectrum, there were those who came up for the Jolie-Pitts. In the process, the young Shiloh even became an LGBTQ+ role model, even though she never came out as either gay or transgender herself. Yet her mom has made it abundantly clear that it's not for the world to interpret anything. You'd hope Angelina's words wouldn't fall on deaf ears, but apparently it did. Early this year, the headlines exploded yet again when Shiloh was photographed while on a shopping trip with her mom and sister. It looks like the now 15-year-old traded her signature androgynous style for a more conventional look. Well, that's the media's take on it in any case. All that's really different is her longer hair and earrings. And of course the fact that she's obviously a teenager now. It's pretty safe to assume the human inside is still there. One with complex emotions and feelings that can't be boxed in by something as superficial as her clothes. The publications had an unashamed field day. Some comments questioned if Shiloh is a girl now, asking if she's no longer a boy. Others expressed sentiments like, "Finally, I'm so glad she's a girl now." But when did Angelina ever mention the word transgender? Did Shiloh ever publicly label herself? Did she ever actually change her name to John? By the way, the answer's no. But if she did, why would it be anyone else's business? All she's doing is living her life and changing her style, as kids do. It's a sad reflection on the industry and society that this young person is in the spotlight for her fashion choices. There are two other parents who would never shun a child for being different. It's the retired NBA player Dwayne Wade and his wife Gabrielle Union. Their child Zion was assigned male at birth, but now goes by Zaya and identifies as a lady.
The world has changed, I've grown, I've changed, and now I have to grow with the world.
For many folks, something like this might come as a massive surprise. Dwayne and Gabrielle, though, They had somewhat of a sixth sense before their child had the big conversation with them. According to Wade, when Zaya was younger, she used to dress up in women's clothing. The dad initially thought little of it, but when it persisted, he began preparing himself for the conversation. And about 5 years later, the event arrived.
Because I was ignorant, I didn't understand.
Right.
When it hit my doorstep, as kids, I used to put on heels. When all my sisters did, I tried to do those things.
He revealed that his transgender daughter, Zaya, knew her gender identity since she was 3 years old.
And when Zaya was 3, I prepared myself and I looked in the mirror and I said, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Contrary to what it seems like if you listen to him today, he's a total champ about it. The process wasn't an easy one for Dwayne. However, it's not because he ever considered not supporting his daughter. Rather, it was because it was all new territory to him.
No one is in the NBA or play basketball has never been openly gay. So I was ignorant when it comes to this space.
Luckily, he had his wife's support to help lead him through a journey that was totally unknown to him. As he once described it, she gave him some different lenses to look through. When Zaya came out to her parents at age 8, at least he was partly ready for it. But Dwayne was still in for lots of work in changing his own views and behavior. But he came around. Today, he wants to remind parents that the shock they feel is often related to their own egos.
You gotta go to that mirror and look in the mirror and when you have kids and say, all right, if my kid is gonna be boom, 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 how are you gonna deal with it, sir?
The young girl helped educate both her parents on the transgender community. Tragically, their daughter's road to public acceptance wasn't always a smooth one. Before late 2019, Zaya rarely appeared on social media, and it was a conscious choice. You see, before then, Dwayne felt he had to hide his child. Not because he was ashamed, but to protect her.
But the reason we came out to the world was because I got tired of trying to hide my child. Right. Taking photos with the rest of my family, not posting Zaya, because we posted one thing on her birthday and there was so many bad comments that we wanted to hide her from it.
It really is unthinkable that people would respond like this to something as superficial as long nails and a crop top. But not long after her 12th birthday, Zaya had a coming out of sorts with a look that used the colors of the genderqueer flag. Since then, Zaya's launched her own IG account, always under the supervision of her parents. Both Dwayne and Gabrielle have been speaking out on trans issues and inclusive parenting.
My child has the right and the ability to be whoever they want to be in this life, and I'm gonna make sure of it.
For this family, the story ended well, but for countless other children out there in the real world, it won't end this way. These are by no means the only celebs who are champions for their kids and the world out there. There's Charlize Theron, Cynthia Nixon, Drea Kelly, the list goes on. Here's the big question. Can anyone honestly say Dwayne Wade sounds like a bad dad? How about Angelina Jolie? Is she a bad mom for loving her kid unconditionally? It's time for everyone to get the memo. It's okay to be different. Your son might enjoy wearing dresses or playing with dolls. Or your daughter may like boys' clothes. 1, it doesn't necessarily mean they're gay or transgender. But 2, even if they are, it's okay. And even if they decide to change their minds as they grow up, guess what? That's also okay. What's not okay is to leave your kids to deny their true selves to soothe your own ego. We need to start loving more.
No matter what, when I decided that I was gonna be a parent, and when it was decided upon me that I was gonna be a parent, that I was gonna love unconditionally.
Don't be afraid, just be yourself. Then you'll be happy.
Here's a reminder that it's our jobs as parents to support our kids and their happiness, no matter what. One of your friends may need to hear this. Let them know about it.